FlossTube. It's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom. This is a channel about crafting and cross stitch and a little bit of life update because we have some fun, and I hope if you're here for that, stick around. If you're not, have a good fun. It's been a couple weeks since we last visited. It's been a bit busy couple weeks, and I think for the next rest of the year we're gonna go every other week just because of holidays coming up and just busy schedules. So I think that's what's going to be less stressful for me, and I'm sure you all are in similar boats. So because it's that time of year, which is super fun, so we love it. Last week Alice got her braces on. She's so adorable. She's doing great. She's such a trooper. Like, she's, at least that she's told, you know, she's not really had any mouth pain or anything, so but she did have that expander for a little bit, so I think that kind of helped her get used to what it was gonna feel like, and maybe that pain is different from the pain on her with the moving of the teeth, or who knows. But she's a trooper. I love her. She's super adorable. She's doing so good. What else? I think that's about it with life updates. Oh, Nathan is doing the Cyber Patriots team this year again with his school, and they are #1 in the state again from last week's competition. They've got one more for state qualifiers, and then the one after that will be the semifinals, which will let them know if they get to go to Bethesda, Maryland in January. So crossing our fingers for that. They're doing so good this year, so it's been really fun. They have a 5K coming up that they're raising money for. It's their Rudolph Outrun the Grinch or something like that. It's going to be fun. Hope you guys are having a great week. It's been a fun one, so we'll just hop into it. Last I left you, I was working on some extra credit for School of Magical Stitches and Literature, and that is hands-on design skeleton polish. And I actually used it for some... Did I use it for Christmas? Oh, I used it for a skeleton in the closet too, but here's where I got. So those cute little skulls. And then when I was stitching, it was really funny because I was stitching this, I didn't realize that this pattern, when I was doing it, the inverse of it is skeleton bones. So now I just have to fill in the middle and it'll be done. So that's that right there. And that's up by Hands-On Design. That's part of the Scary Apothecary series. I'm going to be working on this as well this week as part of the Enchanted Stitches challenge. So, and then Saturday the 9th, my mom and I went over to Cindy Sorley's Stitcher Express I had to grab something for a raffle that I'm doing for my friend who has a hair and nail salon in her house. Every year she does a Sub for Santa raffle, and she's supporting 5 families this year. So I was like, oh, I can do that. And she's like, will you contribute something? I was like, sure. And the pattern, and I loved it. Vicki Gable from Stitch and Button, she shared it on the Virtual Stitcher site. It's a Cricut Collection Winds of Change. And so I wanted to do that because it was a good, not just Christmas, you know, it's a good year-round saying. So the pattern, I altered it just a little bit. The pattern had the winds of change up around here, and then adjust your sails right here. But I think on this fabric it would look really weird. So I did the boat, and those sails are really fun, like different stitches. And I actually filled in this part with white because on the pattern it was clear, it was blank. And then I added that cute little star. We punched up the colors a little bit too. Didn't make them as pale. And so it says, when the winds of change blow, adjust your sails. And I'm gonna, I got a frame for it, and I'm actually gonna make it more of a shadow box because the frame had a little bit of a lip, and I'm gonna put some seashells on it and just do a flat finish of it. So number 1 finish. It was great. We had a few finishes this week. So I worked on that the 9th and the 10th of November, and then for Magical Stitches that week, we needed to work on, and it was 300 stitches on on fabric that was gifted to us, and so I actually worked on skeleton polish for part of it. I actually started skeleton polish for the skulls and the bones because we needed to do something about a skeleton in our closet. And then the next part, I finished the rest of that, and this will come out this week. Came out this week for Magical Stitches as well. But this is Rosa from Mill Hill. And it's upside down. It's one of the little sugar skull ornaments. And that's what it's going to look like. But I stitched on that, and then this week I stitched on it. So lots of fun. And then we needed to stitch something for our survival because we were in the woods, and when did I get a finish? I got a finish on that. And so I finished out part 3, the banner part. I'm still working on the running stitch around, but that one's a hard one to count, so I don't count it. But I finished this on the 6th. This part I finished on like the 14th or the 15th. So I was really proud, but it is all done. I'm just doing the running stitch around so I can turn it into the drum. But see, those witches, they were using a cauldron. I also used this for the bonus, so it got a lot. So the bonus for Magical Stitches was Tonks and Lupin were having a baby, and so I was going to make a mobile out of the stars, and then on other pieces of this project there are moon, so it would be a mobile of moon and stars. I also worked on for Enchanted Stitches. I did contribute to the performance, and so there's a good audience there to party with. And then on Made a Mistake, in the border of this one and a border of one of the other ones, I had made a mistake, so I had to frog it out a couple times, which is fine. So got the finish on that. And then Sunday I was on, or Saturday night, either Saturday night, Sunday, I was on Virtual Stitchers with Laurel, and we were both kind of staying up, and we were the only two in there. Everybody else had gone, but I finished the top of it with these little kitty cats. So super excited about that. I can move on to part 4, which is the Headless Horseman, and that's going to be done in Cauldron, which is a dark blue with some really fun kind of rusty accents. So it's going to be fun to see like the last part of this done, and I'm just super excited about it. But that'll come out to play in a little bit as well. Also, I used this Scary Apothecary for the blue and the yellow and the green for Day of the Dead colors. So I like being able to use projects for multiple things. It's lots of fun. And then I had to work on something that was an heirloom, and so Lady of the Flag to me is definitely going to be an heirloom, and I was able to get some helps with some double points in Stitcher Games for Cat on that. And so I've got the flag comes out to here, so I'm just doing some fill in up here, and so I'm super excited to see where that goes. That's my Lady of the Flag. She's so pretty. And then let's see here, this week we had to work on something that didn't make a sound. Is what Ravenclaw had been spun for, because they had us upload four different things in Magical Stitches, and then our headmistress Vicky was going to spin a wheel and tell us what we were going to work on for that project, and we had to do 500 stitches, and mine was, and it was what Ravenclaw got was where it made no sound, because when they were in Godric's Hollow, Bertha Bathilda Bagshot was, not speaking. And I also worked on this for what did I work on this for? Anyway, but yeah, it was just that. So I had to put it in a hoop because this fabric, I think it's haunted. by Picture This Plus, but the count, like, it's with the opalescent, it's very flimsy to work in hand, so I finally ended up putting it in a hoop to finish that out. But it says, "You mean the world to me," and it's got this, here, I'll move my little needle minder from Carrie and Stitches, but I love the little heart. I was gonna change it to Jupiter Liked It, so we put a ring on it, but no, I just think I've decided to leave it as it is. And this is a freebie from Fuzzy Fox Design. And so that's almost done, and I decided to put that in my my plans for December, and I'll talk about that in a few moments. And then worked on the skull from Mill Hill for my enchanted stitches, because we're in Cocoa, and so we had to work on something with a skeleton. And then what's more skeleton than a sugar skull? And then I'm working on Something Forgotten. I was going through my whips, and I was like, oh yeah, forgot I started that. And I have the bottom, I didn't bring it, did I? Nope, left it in the other room. But I have the bottom part finished. That's all the flowers. It's the mushroom, it's this motif right here, this mushroom and flower motif in the four corners. And I'm working on the birds. So this is Mushroom Biscornu by Tiny Modernist. And again, I put this one in a hoop too, just to make things a little easier, but that's my progress on it. She's almost done. Got a few more stitches on that one, and then I'll have my 250 stitches for my royal. But it'll be nice to get some progress on that. And then I'm going to be working on Sleepy Hollow for what helps with the Sunrise Spectacular, and I have gotten my nails chipped. And then because Ernesto de la Cruz was a famous person, we have to work on something just by a famous designer. So I'm going to use Skeleton Polish by Kathy Haberman for that. So got my week pretty much planned out. Been stitching a lot. It's been fun. Haven't been on Virtual Stitchers as much. The game that my husband and I like to play, we play Guild Wars 2, and it came out with a new patch, a new saga, and it actually kind of goes back to the area that they're in, goes back to an expansion that, one of the last expansions we got when Guild Wars 1 was still going. Well, when we were playing that, it still is going, but we moved on to Guild Wars 2 because it's fun. You can jump in this game, and I love it. But it's similar to World of Warcraft, online multiplayer RPG. It's really fun. I love it, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was kind of creepy, this one, but it's okay. So we've been on playing with that, and it's been fun because we have been with my husband and my older son, and didn't get to play any of the Halloween stuff because we just totally forgot about it. We've been super busy, but so it's been nice to take a little bit of time and play that. Haul and gifts. So I'm in the Cross Stitch ATCs group, and this is my October one from Claire Buchanan in the UK. It's craft in and this is from October. This is Halloween, and that cute little spider and pumpkin. I love it. And she also sent me a cotton floss from Sparkly's. It's called St. Clement's. But when you feel it, it does not feel like cotton. It feels so much softer. It's so pretty. But I'm excited to use that. It wouldn't match my Sparkly's that I got from Carrie. So excited to use that. Thank you so much, Claire. It's so cute. So fun. I need to work on my November one, speaking of which. And then she had this cute card. So thank you again. When I went to Cindy Sorley's, I had to browse for other things, of course. And so I picked up that. A little late in the game to start it, but maybe next year. Megan and Christine and but yeah, I picked that up. My mom thought it was really cool, but so I'll probably do that one for next year. Excited for that. It's just such a pretty pattern. It would be my first Stony Creek. And then I picked up my Alice in the Snow Globe by Jardin Privé. And I'm actually going to stitch this up for one of my friends, one of my Girl Scout friends. So Yeah, I'm excited. It shouldn't take too long. No, it'll be fine. So I need to get started on that one to get it for December. And then Miss Poppy. And apparently she's going out of print, so if you don't have her, grab her. And if anybody sees Violet, I need her. She's my new unicorn. Sorry for the leaning. She is my new unicorn, and so if anybody sees her or has her and I could borrow her and stitch her really quick and then send her on her way, I would, putting that plea out into the universe. I bought this cute little accessory bag from Vicky Stitch and Button. She's amazing. I love her. And it's a zip front bag. And then here's her card. She threw in an extra needle minder for Miss Alice. But I also got this little Cheshire cat. And there's her information. She's got a group on Facebook. I'll link it below. It's a closed group, so you'll have to answer a couple questions. She has an Etsy shop, but all of her new stuff goes onto her group, or she even shows it in Virtual Stitchers too. So she's hilarious. I love her. She is a great, great person. Type of person you want on your side, definitely, for sure. And then, so it's Marauder's Map. It's this cute, like I said, it's just this cute little accessory. Love the fabric on the inside. And then she also threw in these cute little, they're like stickers, like stickers that are postage stamps, and they're Alice in Wonderland. And Alice has not stolen them from me yet. So I might split them with her, maybe. So excited to use that for my stitching. It'll be fun. And then I'll go with this other haul before I get into. I was lucky enough to snag this before Stitch West, and it is the kit of the Queen of Hearts. She's been unboxed before, so I'm just gonna quickly show. These are the metallic threads, and I love how they've just sorted it out. And this thread keep is my favorite. I may not even use it as a thread keep. I might just display it because love it, especially that cat. And then this heart gem there. And then these are beads and treasures. There's some so there's the beads, and then in this one it has these like resin roses that are gorgeous, so pretty. I'm so excited to start on this. And then this is a needle minder, and I love it because it's the white rose being painted red. And then there's a beading needle and a regular needle. Sorry about the flashing of my online. And then this is for sewing it. Probably like the beading and stuff, but I might use Nymo thread instead. And then this is all the beautiful colors, and then they're all marked. They all have a little bobbin that you can bobbinate it on, but they're so, like, that red variegation is so pretty. And then this is just a little how to stitch with their threads, because stitching different ways can give a different, it's variegated. And then this is the fabric. I love that fabric. It's so modeled and very, very fitting for this project. And then this is the instructions. And they're Russian and English, and I think there's some other stuff, but it's really cool. They have one that's for the placement of the gems, and one that's for I think this is just, yeah, this is, so they have one that's the normal pattern, and then the other part of it is where to place, the beads and the gems and all that stuff. So I'm super excited to get this started. It's gonna be next year probably, but we shall see. Maybe I'll do it. It'll be my new year, new start. Who knows? I don't know. Things are changing all the time, especially with those virtual stitcher people enabling me to start an Amy Stewart. I don't know. Troublemakers, the lot of you. Troublemakers. And I mean that in a good way. That's all out of love. That you're troublemakers. And so I also won a giveaway from Linda Green, Blue Horse Yellow Cow. It smells so good. And she had contacted me and she's like, I'm so sorry it's taken so long. And she's just so cute. I love her. I was like, it's fine. But what I won originally, oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Is this Crosswing collection, and it's a sparrow biscornu nest. Biscore nest is what they call it, and then there's a little scissor fob that you stitch up. And she kitted it up with everything needed. So I'm gonna start on that one. It'll be really fun. But when she was doing her drawing, she was like, oh, it's supposed to be a robin. And so she told me that she found a robin and threw him in, so now I'm really stitching a robin as well. So I'm excited to stitch that one. That one might be a present for my mom next year for her birthday. Mom, ignore that if you heard that. And it's a Talon emblem, and I've not stitched their charts, but he's really cute. But yeah, it all came in this bag, and then she also threw in some extra goodies. And some of these I'm going to have, and I'll save those to the end, because I think I have, of these I have 2 duplicates. So, that I'm going to start with, she threw in some Mill Hill kits, which I'm super excited about, because they are super fun. She threw it, let's see, these are the Christmas jewels ornaments. Very fun. So there's that one, and that one. This one's one of my favorites. And then this purple one is like absolutely my favorite, the purples and the greens. And that's all that you need to do them. And then this one is chickadees. It's got all the buttons. And then this is a holiday sampler. Sorry, the train's going by there. And then this is Royal Tenenbaum. So, and again, it's got all the kit, everything to make it. I like Mill Hill kits, they're really fun. Especially the perforated paper. Where did her cute letter to me? And then she has these fun pens and it's like sparkly. And Linda, you have beautiful handwriting. And this is the gorgeous card. It's got a peacock on it. So gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's, oh sorry, Turkish bird from plate. And it's, oh, they're Turkish. That's super cool. Bottom are plant motifs from Islamic art. And yeah, that is really cool. And that's the back of the card. So lots of fun. But yeah, she's super sweet. And then one of the other things that I was just like, what? is she gave me, included in this, it was just like, oh my goodness, that are super fun. I've never seen this one before. And this is a Prairie Schooler called The Needle's Eye. And so it's got quilting ladies and it's got stitching ladies, and it says, where the needle goes, the thread follows. And then also has a from me to you. And then where down here where it's got the 2 ladies with the hoop, it says, the needle's eye is wide enough for 2 friends. And I think it is so cute and so much fun. It's like I almost want to stitch this and like pass it around type of thing, because it's just a fun one. A really good, what's the word to say, motto to have. And then she threw in this, the Pilgrim from Long Dog Samplers. Those crows are amazing, those ravens. Oh, it's got a flamingo on there. I didn't notice that. I love these long dogs because they are, you know, there's just creatures hidden through them everywhere. It's actually not too bad. If I do it on 18 count Aida, it'll be 16.9 inches by 20.39 inches for the stitch size, so the material would just be 23 by 27. So that's not too bad. That's kind of doable. And it's not full coverage, so that's okay. But yeah. Huh. I was like, I saw that and I about cried. I was like, oh my goodness, she's so amazing. So I need to send her a thank you card as well, but she has been thanked. And then I have a duplicate of this one. It's called Garden Glade by Carriage House Samplings. And then I also have the Quilting Bee by Blue Flower. And I love, love, love this one. Janine is awesome. I love her. I got to meet her at Fall Fling, the first Fall Fling I went to. So she's amazing. Super sweet. So I'm going to do, I noticed that I did not do a 1-year FlossTubeversary giveaway. So I'm going to combine that when I get my 500 subscribers. I noticed I'm like at 428 or something like that. So I only need a few more, not very many more. So tell your friends and I will put part of these in, you know, and so I'll do a bit of a giveaway with that. So, super fun. So, I'm going to separate this out so I don't mix them up. So I'll get more details on that when that time comes. So it'll be fun. So tell your friends, bring them out here. It's really not, it wasn't really a goal I had, but then when I saw how close I was like, oh, we'll do that. I can say that. Sorry, gotta clean up. I really have to clean up if anybody has any craft room detail, like organization details, ideas, let me know. Send them my way because this place is a mess. So, Sammy from Sammy J Stitches, she is doing a stitch vent / finish that stitch December. So I'm really liking her idea. And so she's doing things that are really close to being finished so that she can just work on them and see how far she gets. And she's putting them in envelopes. And she's actually putting the whole kit or like a paper that if she's got something in like multiple kits, she's doing that way. I'm going to do just envelopes with paper. And so my goals are to finish the Armada Designs Tiny Halloween. I'm really close on that one. I'm putting my Scary Apothecaries in there, putting my Around the Holidays in there. That's 8 Scary Apothecaries, 6 Around the Holidays. Lucky Notes I'm almost done on. My Planet Freebie is almost done. My Things Unseen by Lizzie Kate needs some love and is almost done. My Owl Forest Embroidery Whale, I want to put some love on that one, maybe do a page finish. And then I want to get a page finish on my Eagle by Sue Coleman. Page finish on my Kingdom Hearts Sora. On the Linens and Threads Peacock. Mystery Sal, I want to finish one of the months because I'm really behind on that one. And then I want to do a page finish on Cardinal Points, which is a long dog sampler, and then to finish out my Mushroom and Bird Biscornu. So after I'm done stitching on him, he's going to be put, like his number's going to be put in an envelope, and then starting December 1st, we'll start doing that and see how far I get. So that's my plans on that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do next year as far as like a rotation or anything like that. I'm loving Semi-Sane Stitchers. I've been doing Stitchopoly. I've been lucky enough to be selected as one of the sponsors for the tributes in the Stitcher games. This week I wasn't able to stitch a whole ton, so I really feel bad. And I've only been able to give out a couple of items, and so it's like, oh, I'm sorry. But hopefully next week with the kids off school and everything will be a little bit more stitchy related. So I hope so. I'm gonna be figuring out my plans for the next year. Probably not gonna do a mania. Maybe I'll do like a finish mania or something like that. I do like the idea of the starts on the 29th. My 29th start in February is going to be Cinnamon Stars with Megan May. So super excited. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'll see you in 2 weeks. So that's a fortnight, right? Not the game. Not the game. Not the game. But I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great weekend. Get some stitching in, get some family time in. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you later. Bye.